Sabaho everybody, welcome back to the channel. I want to talk to you guys about my trip to San Francisco to attend the Honor 8 launch event. It was a great event. There was a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people, a lot of media event coverage. But the main reason I was really excited about this is as I was walking out of the event, when the event was over and I thought my hands-on was pretty much what I had there, they handed us a little bag that has an Honor 8 of our own. So I'm going to do a quick unboxing and initial impressions of the Honor 8 and compare it to some of the other devices that you may think this has resemblance to. So without further ado, this is TK. Let's check out the Honor 8. They handed us a bag like this, and I think everybody pretty much walked out of it. It says Honor 8. Of course, the infinity loop here is intending to represent the dual cameras in the bag, the 12 megapixel ones, but it does kind of look like infinity, unlimited possibilities. Hi Honor and hashtag Honor 8 if you're looking up on Twitter, but this is the website in case you want to start pre-ordering it. They are doing a $50 bonus gift card to pre-order the device now, so it's going to be $350 for the base and $400 for the 64 gig model. They did provide me with a basic bumper case. The beauty of it though, it does kind of match the color of the phone. And here's the box, the Honor 8. This is the sapphire blue color, not much really as far as the box, and we just have some FCC information in the back. Sliding it to the side, let's work together. 1, 2, 3, and here we are. An interesting packaging, and most of the time I've ever seen a device, it's always been laid flat facing us. We do have a little tab that we're able to go up. That gives us the access to the phone. We can pull the device. It's very nice. It's upside down. It does have its own protective plastic. It tells us basically volume rockers, power. This is the micro SIM, and here we have the nano SIM. So it supports micro SIM and nano SIM, and with the ability of expanding it with an SD card. And then hopefully we have a SIM removal tool here. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and take it off. Here it is in all of its glory. It's amazing, and I don't know if you guys could see this, but the color reflection right there, you guys could see that right there. There's 15 layers of glass put on top with a coating of color for it to give that nice shine and that reflection that you're getting there. It's amazing. It feels very nice in the hand. You have the metal all around. It feels nice and cool. This is again the sapphire blue coloring. You have the Honor branding here. The 8 megapixel front facing camera with the sensors and the earpiece. Volume rocker on the right with the power button. On the back, we have that super fast fingerprint sensor. We'll get a chance to check that out. The dual 12 megapixel cameras in the back with the dual LED flash. We have Honor, of course, and on this side, all we have basically is just the SIM removal tray. So we'll access this through here. And let's go into the bottom. We do still have a 3.5mm headphone jack, very nice. USB Type-C, USB 2.0 Type-C connector at the bottom, and then we have a speaker grill. At the top, we have a microphone, and we also have an IR blaster, something very, very few manufacturers are still doing, which is including an IR blaster into their devices. So let's go ahead and power up the device for the first time, and then we'll go ahead and check out what's inside the box. We do have the SIM removal tool, and then, of course, warranty card, and then a one-time screen protection program. Don't forget to register within for your 3 months screen protection. So you do have screen protection on this for the first 3 months for free. You just have to register for it. We do have a USB Type A to USB Type C cable. Very nice. And we have a power brick. It's 5 volts at 3 amps and then 9 volts at 3 amps. So it's running a quick charge technology, but not quick charge 3.0. No problem, because you can go from 0 to 50%, about 50% in 30 minutes if you have a dead device. So first thing you'll notice is the 5.2-inch 1080p display. It's an IPS type of a display, but it looks really, really nice. Let's go ahead and power it on one more time. The setup goes in, says US English. And it says, this feature requires the following permissions to be enabled. A calendar, this is Huawei Home, we'll say okay. This is essentially, it's their own EMUI 4.1, Emotion UI specifically. One of the main characteristics of the Emotion UI is that there is no app drawer. All the actual applications are on the home screen, and as well as multiple pages. So if you install something, it will automatically be populated here. And you do have the Play Store installed. You have all the Google Play services. Of course, it tells us that we can swipe between folders, as you can add more than one page into these folders. And of course, we have phone manager, video player, music, themes, which we'll be able to kind of check out in a second. Calendar, email, tools, standard recorder, voice recorder, flashlight, compass, smart control for the IR blaster. We'll be able to check that out as well. Of course, we have downloads, SIM toolkit, magic tag, and this is an NFC type tool. It does have built-in NFC, which is very nice. So out of the social events or the social type applications, we have Facebook pre-installed, Twitter pre-installed, Shazam, Booking Hotel, New Republic, Lyft, of course, there was a partnership with them. And then I think that was pretty much it. And then support of community in the store. Other than that, nothing really big, no bloatware of kind of big bloatware. We do have these guys. Let me see, can I uninstall Facebook? Yes, so they're uninstallable. They're there by default, and I think this is part of the partnership when you can't really knock them down for that. Overall, the UI is very nice. You bring it down on the right side, you open up the settings. If you bring it down on the, I guess it does the same thing. And then on the left side, we have all the notification, which is typical to the way UI works. So whenever you get a notification, it automatically populates it in this tab, and then to swipe to the right, you get your setup. You can go to settings. We have airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, data management. Of course, this is where we turn on NFC. The Link Plus is what they were talking about, giving you access to better Wi-Fi, better regular, just GSM connection. We do have soft keys at the bottom, the multi-tab on the right, and then, of course, you have the home and the back button. So let's go ahead and go back home. I was in settings. I don't know why I went into Chrome. Sorry, we'll go back into settings. And then VPN, of course. And then home screen style, we have the standard style right now. You can go to a simple style, depending on your preference. Display, we're able to go into daydream, indicator, brightness level, color temperature. You can set different temperatures. So you have the default. We can go warm and we can go cold. Then we have sleep mode, eye comfort. This is where it turns on and it takes away the blue coloring at night. So it gives you the ability to be able to actually have a better way of going to sleep after you use your phone in bed before you go to sleep, and it won't keep you up. And of course, let's go back out. Sound notification, user by default is turned on, so you're able to add users. That's something that we normally don't see in devices, as they usually, OEMs like to take this away and just allow you to only use one account and keep one user. So you can set up multiple users if you have a friend that, or your partner, your kids, that you want to be able to use the device without having them accessing everything that's on your side. Fingerprint ID, of course, which is what we just did. We have the ability of answering calls, stop alarms, all the other options here. Show notification panel, browse photos, and the show notification panel is very nice. So if I use the fingerprint on the back and I swipe on it, it's simply a swipe action. It brings down the notification panel. So hopefully I can show you guys. Yeah, you can see it right there. It's very nice. It's one of the very few things that a lot of devices that are made by Honor have. It's ability to actually use the fingerprint sensor more than just being a fingerprint sensor, which is very nice. Browsing photos, that's the exact same thing. We'll go back. Smart assistants, floating dock, if we want to turn that on, this is something that will help you basically. So I'll turn it on here. Gives you access to all the other buttons that you have normally here, and then you can have them here. You can, of course, move this to the right, to the left. It helps you access different things without having to overreach. It's great if you feel like the 5.2-inch display is too big, but for me, it works great because it's actually pretty nice. We have schedule power and off, touch disabled mode. And then we have, of course, glove mode. Last but not least, we have the Do Not Disturb, which is something that, again, is very, very nice. I have not seen this on the OnePlus 3. I'm not sure why Oxygen OS doesn't have this built in. A lot of devices have it now, which just gives you the ability to turning off notifications after a certain amount of time, like between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. You just don't want your phone to keep ringing, especially if you get emails. For me specifically, I get a lot of emails from China, from different companies trying to get in touch with me, and most of their day is when I'm asleep at night. So I get emails and notifications in the middle of the night. I don't want to deal with that. So definitely very nice to see that it's in there. I'll have to set that up. Of course, under accounts, this will be where you set up all your accounts when you set them up. And of course, we have a single tab for Google-based accounts and Google settings. So apps, we'll go into here. We do have some built-in apps, and it gives us access to what they are. Let's go under advanced. App links, default app settings. This is where you can change some of the options as far as messaging, camera, gallery, music, email, browser, and the launcher. All of these things can be configured, and all of them can be actually changed, which is very nice. And then exempt from battery optimization. This is if you want to exclude a system app or something that normally get optimized by the system, or killed if it's sitting too long in the background. And then app links. This is just not supported links if you want to do exports and as far as connecting things. Of course, we have advanced settings, which gives us the date and time, the language, memory, and storage. Let's see how much storage we have. Out of the box, with nothing installed, just turned it on, I have 24 gigs available and only 22.57 available for us. So we do have some things installed that we could uninstall, but we still have about 23 gigs. So this is the 32 gig model with 4 gigs of RAM. We have RAM cleaner and it gives you basically a specification of what the type of apps are. Printing, accessibility, mirror share, backup and reset. And of course, we do have the updater, which is their version of the OTA update. So if you have an update, it will come up here. You'll be able to check it and install it. Current version, it tells us what the actual operating system is. And let's go back here, menu, and let's say system information. So scrolling up, the model number is FRD-L04. Build number is FRD L04C567B122, which is Android 6.0, EMUI 4.1. We have some information here, RAM, 4 gigs of RAM, their 32 gig model with 22 available for us, 1080p display, July 1st, 2016, security update. Last thing I wanted to show you guys was the smart key, the ability to use or have multiple functions on our fingerprint sensor. So we'll go under settings and it says smart key. This feature requires the following with permission: camera, phone, contacts. We're going to say turn on, enable it. So right now we have the simple thing where if I use my fingerprint, I can unlock the device. We'll just turn it off and it unlocks it. You have the ability of pressing it once, double pressing it, and then hold, press and hold. So right now, press and hold does Google Now. And if I do this, I'll press and hold it. Sure enough, Google Now comes in, and we'll go back. And then double press, at this point I have nothing. Pressing once, I have nothing. So I can go in here and customize it. I can do a voice recording, I can have the flashlight turn on, screenshot, or I can even actually have an application open up. So for me, I'm gonna have it turn on the camera, double pressing it. For now, I want it to open up my Google Play. So if I click it once, it's gonna open up the camera. Click it twice, it'll open Google Play. And if I press and hold, I'll get Google Now. So let's do this, but we're gonna do it from the lock screen. So here it is, So camera is turned on, it works very nice. So single press turns on the camera, automatically launches. Google Play Music, press and hold, Google Now. Some of the inspiration for the Honor 8 came from, and a lot of people will say this, that it came from the Huawei P9. And the reality of the matter is there's a lot of similarities. This is running the Kirin 955, and I'm just showing the main differences between the two. This is running the Kirin 950, which is more in line with the Mate 8 that was released by Huawei earlier this year. It is an upgrade from what we had before because this is running a Kirin processor overall, since the 5X ran a Qualcomm chip. Both have 5.2-inch displays, both have 1080p displays. We do have the Honor and the Huawei logos here. The aspect as far as the shooters in the front are pretty much the same. Left side pretty much looks exactly the same. We don't have the band, the cutouts here for this, but we do have them here. And then the other thing is, you can notice here that the sensors on the right are a little bit sideways. Now this has publicly announced that it has Leica optics in here. They're using the dual cameras there. We'll have to put them head to head to see if they actually perform the same, since technically they are similar from the same company, but I'm not sure if it really has the same thing. On the left side, we have the same thing. Volume rocker, power button, slightly offset from each other, not exactly the same position, but again, just more aesthetics. And then as far as the bottom, let's go ahead and bring them up. The placement and the look is pretty much the same. The exception is that we don't have an additional microphone on the bottom here for the Honor 8. We do have one here. And then of course headphone jack and speaker grill and the USB Type-C. This is USB Type-C, but it's a slightly slower USB Type-C connection than what we have on the Honor 8. So we definitely have an update here. On the top, we do have the one single microphone for both, and we have an IR blaster. This is something that we do not have on the P9. The device feels very nice in the hand. It has, I almost want to say, a Galaxy S7-esque feeling because of the glass that you have on this. It has 15 layers of glass on the back. It has glass on glass, front and back, and it has the nice metal edges on the right and the left, actually all around. So definitely great feeling. I love the fact that we have a multifunctional button on the back as well as a fingerprint sensor. Now, this is a slightly different implementation than the way they did it on the 5X. The 5X gave you some of these functionalities, but it gave you the ability of doing that by assigning different fingerprints. So you have, like, you can assign one, your index to basically turn on the camera, your index on the other hand to turn on the, let's say, Google Now or something like that. Or you can even customize it to dial somebody. That was one of their main selling points for the 5X. So this is still a great bargain if you can pick one up on Amazon. It's very, very nice as far as the 5X. It is 5.5 inches, which is slightly bigger than what we get here with the Honor 8, but you have a different, obviously, this is what they're calling their premium line. So for 2016, Honor's releasing two major devices. The 5X, budget, very user-friendly, a lot of developer support, and a lot of bang for the buck. And then you get the P9, see, I almost did that. The Honor 8. And that's when you get the device that gives you that premium luxury at an affordable price. If you pre-order it right when it first comes out on the 26th of August, you're going to be able to get a $50 discount on it, which are a coupon. And that's going to be really nice because that'll bring down the price to about $350. There's going to come out with two different variants, a 32 gig and a 64 gig variant. The 64 gig will be for $450, and then the 32 gig will be for $399, $400. Definitely that kind of sweet spot for the bang for the buck kind of premium, and I think it really will work. The first thing that hit my mind when I heard the price point for this is I think that they're going straight for the OnePlus 3. And I think in that market, realistically, a lot of people are going to be debating, should I get the Honor 8 or should I get the OnePlus 3, because both devices are priced about the same. Now, again, we're running a Kirin 950 here. We're not running a Qualcomm chipset, where the OnePlus 3 is running an 820. So doing some head-to-head benchmarks and comparison between the two, I think would be definitely beneficial for you guys if you want to make a decision between the two. It feels very nice, very, very premium. Again, it feels like an S7 that I'm holding in my hand, although I know it's an Honor 8. I'm going to be putting my SIM into this and using it as a daily driver and giving you guys my report very soon. Let me know in the comments below, have you guys used any Honor devices? Have you seen some of the other coverage that I've done on the Honor 5X? It's a great device. Went to their show in CES. They're a great company. Thank you very much for allowing me to attend the event. And again, thank you very much for the support. Like and subscribe as usual. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Initial thing, it says let's get started. It says swipe left for widgets, so we'll go ahead and swipe to the left. Front facing camera, fingerprint sensor is at the bottom, and again, this isn't a button, it's